So I'm currently a practicing cardiologist in the DC metro area. I've been practicing cardiology in the United States for about 10 years now. I'm also a cardiovascular scientist. I have a PhD in cardiovascular physiology, and I've been a researcher for over 20 years in the cardiovascular area. Prior to that, I practiced cardiology in Europe, specifically in France, for a few years before moving to the United States.
Well, I'm a cardiologist at the Veterans Hospital in Washington, D.C., and our affiliation is with the universities where they send their trainees to be trained. And the schools include George Washington University, Howard University, Georgetown University, and the United States Public Health Service University. So personally, I'm engaged in teaching cardiology to the cardiology fellows in training, and I also am heavily involved with research and clinical research, so I'm more of a clinical scientist.
I'm the current president and CEO of ACIC.
Well, my role as chairman for the first year of this organization, we put together a board, and we feel that the board is going to be important to the survival of our mission. And that is, we come with different backgrounds, different opinions. We get our heads together. We want to accomplish this goal, which is going to be tough to do. But I think that so far we have done extremely well. We get along, and we have some very good ideas that this will work.
So ACIC, as I used to say, is a project that took about 10 years to bring to fruition, and we have always wanted to create a platform where cardiologists from all over the world, specifically those who are practicing in developing countries, cardiovascular scientists who don't have a direct access to the cardiovascular experience in the United States. We wanted to create a platform where they can come and exchange ideas with their peers in the United States. And we also wanted to create an environment where different physicians who want to pursue their interest in cardiology or cardiovascular science will come and get some training or some continuous medical education. We think that it will be a very useful tool for all those physicians or scientists, those who are involved in basic science research with interest in cardiovascular disease. We think they can have the opportunity to exchange ideas, collaborate, and as a result, we think that it will help us advance the knowledge of cardiovascular disease, not only in the United States but also overseas. Okay, we have a specific interest in those cardiologists or cardiovascular scientists who practice in developing countries, but we are not excluding those who practice in the United States or anywhere else in the Western world.
A few years back, I met Dr. Oki, who came up with this idea. I find him to be a very smart individual. Moreover, he's a very nice man. And when Dr. Oki asked me to do something, I couldn't say no to him. And Basically, the mission is a good one, where we want to get trainees from overseas to take back research ideas and do something in the healthcare to help their countries and peoples around the world. So I think had it not been for Dr. Oki, I think this would not have happened. It's the first of its kind. I've not seen any such program throughout, and therefore I'm very excited to be part of this team.
Yes, that's a very good question. I can tell you that we are a unique organization. Okay, we don't know any other organization which is an independent research organization specifically oriented toward cardiovascular disease. There are several organizations that are either governmental organization or they are affiliated to universities, okay, but we don't have any organization that has the same mission as our mission, or any other organization that is independent from university or government. So we are a freestanding research think tank which has a two-pronged mission. One is to develop cardiovascular knowledge, okay, and to advance and promote cardiovascular health in the United States and developing countries, okay, and also to allow cardiologists and cardiovascular scientists to collaborate, to exchange ideas, and to grow. So we are unique in that area.
If you look across the board, in the Western world, we do a lot of research, and that's how we practice medicine. Simple aspirin versus a sugar pill. We have shown that that's good for you if you have heart disease. Most of the studies come from the Western society. I've not seen much research coming from the poor countries, so to speak, or nations from Africa. And our mission really is to get people involved because they're a different population, they have different conditions. We have no experience in such, and we have no research ideas of how to really attack these problems in various parts of the world. And therefore we want to start introducing ideas to the young scientists who can go back home and study things that we have never heard of, and to promote good health across the world. So I think our mission really is to make sure that our trainees learn how to do research, good research, in areas that have never been seen before anywhere. So I think that's something very unique to us.
We know that information on cardiovascular disease are lacking in a developing country compared to the Western countries. Okay, but that does not mean that those diseases are not present. So we want to contribute to the advancement of that knowledge in those countries. We have very dynamic physicians who are practicing cardiology in all those countries, but they sometimes lack the means to conduct good research, and they also are limited in their option when they want to pursue their career or when they want to collaborate with other cardiologists in the United States, for example, or in Western Europe. So we think that our organization will serve as a platform or a forum that will allow that to happen.
we have a good leader, and I think that so far with the few meetings we've had, I think we are coming together as a unit. One function of the board really is to bring diverse ideas. I believe a difference of opinion promote innovation. I think making unilateral decision is not a good thing, and I think we're better off with a diversity of people and we all have an interest in this. We, like I said in our previous meetings, we seem to come together without much differences, and we get along quite well. And so I think the board will succeed from that standpoint. We want to do this. We all want to do this.
We are lucky to have an outstanding board of directors. All those individuals are well known. They are known not only nationally but also internationally. It's a mix of clinicians and researchers. We have some cardiologists, MDs, and some PhDs, and they are all well established, and they have published more than hundreds of peer-reviewed articles. So they are a good asset for our organization.
I think this is a great opportunity. Like I said, this was never done before, and once we start this, you never know what will happen. It may blossom into other things involving other countries worldwide, and I think there is a great need for such, because I'm telling you that so far I'm so encouraged about what Dr. Oki did. I never thought of it myself, and I think that we get wrapped up in our lives and we're not sharing. This is about sharing with the world, and I see that once if we ever become successful, that other people will follow suit, and there's no limit to what we can do. I don't think research should be just limited to the Western world. I think it should be all over, all humankind, and I think it's a good thing.
We have some program that a short-term program called Visiting Scientists program, where cardiologists or cardiovascular scientists all over the world can come to ACIC for 1 to 3 months and be involved in some activities, and that will give them the opportunity to start some research project or to connect with other scientists from different horizons. So these programs are open, and the other program is the Research Fellowship Program, which is a more committed program, and these are programs that require 1 to 2 year commitment, and the selected applicant will spend 1 year of research in their own country, and after that they will come to the United States for a full-time position at ACIC, and they will be publishing, writing, and participating in the activities. So these are different options that are available for cardiologists or physicians to take advantage of. Okay. We also have some activities that are educational activities, such as lectures. We have guest speakers who come to the organization. Those are well-known scientists or cardiologists who come for some lectures